Hey everyone, welcome to TinselTown Talkies on Rant Radio Network. It is the last Thursday of the year, our last show of the year, and I'm here with
Hi.
Pimo,
Hi.
who is wearing sunglasses because he thinks he's in Bollywood today, and they wear sunglasses inside.
I'm not in Bollywood. I'm in Hollywood.
Okay, Stevie Wonder?
No. Come on. It's Hollywood. Christmas in Hollywood.
That's
It's
right.
lots of sunshine.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, I love Christmas in LA.
Get to wear sunglasses at Christmas.
That's right. I mean,
Yes.
it is 80 degrees
It's
outside.
the symbolism.
People are at the beach on Christmas Day here.
My niece went to the beach yesterday.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Lucky for her, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I don't need
Christmas
to
and it's
be
like 80
in
degrees.
a coat and gloves all day long. I
Rub
mean,
on our
it's fun.
noses. Rub on our noses.
And I love the Christmas tree.
Yes, yes.
I love the holidays. It's just
How was your Christmas, Rasha?
My Christmas was great. I just spent it with my family and
Sweet.
had some a nice brunch with them and just watched all the kids opening the gifts. How about you?
Did you do any shopping?
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I do not like fighting parking this time of the year.
Yeah, it's very well. Finding parking in LA is always a hard thing.
I know, that's
It's even
true.
worse at Christmas.
No kidding.
My Christmas, to answer your question, was pleasant. I didn't do any shopping. I didn't buy any gifts for anybody, and I wasn't given a gift for anybody.
Okay. Oh, so that works out very well.
It worked out very well. It was very, very economical and very easy. All I get is a handshake and a hug, and I'm happy with that.
Nice.
But I got to spend quality time with the family, so
And
I guess
that's
that's the best gift of all.
Right? And that's
Right.
priceless. Well, somebody else received a great gift in Hollywood.
And it wasn't
yesterday.
priceless. There was a nice price.
Yeah, I
Excuse
would
me,
have
I'm
mind
getting
that
so-
price. You okay?
I'm getting so coughed up by the amount of money this film made.
Leonardo DiCaprio, one of my favorites,
$10 million.
for Wolf of Wall Street.
Can you imagine making $10 million in one day?
That's crazy.
In one day.
Well, first of all, let's just say Christmas was very interesting because there were 8 hefty films out.
Yes.
And among those films, that we could call it the Christmas battle at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Wolf of Wall Street, 47 Ronin,
You
and The
also
Grudge
had,
Match.
and you also had some of the rehash from the week before, Anchorman 2, Hobbit 2.
Hobbit.
You had Frozen. I mean,
Gravity's still going
Gravity.
on.
So you had no lack of choices. Going to
No,
the
there's
theater.
so much to see. And you know what's really interesting is that look at the battle of the stars in these
I know.
movies. I mean, Ben Stiller, Leonardo DiCaprio, Keanu Reeves,
Sylvester
Sylvester Stallone,
Stallone,
Robert De
Robert De
Niro, Sandra Bullock.
You had Will Ferrell, and I mean, it's just. And then of course you had The Hobbit, which had its own cast.
Yes.
I mean, this is just. It just.
Unbelievable, huh?
Well, that's what it's the Christmas box office is probably one of the most coveted box offices of the year now. So this is not gonna be the exception anymore. This is gonna be the norm.
I think
You
it's
know?
awesome. Well, what was the top grossing film of the year?
Of the whole year, Iron Man 3, 1.2 billion.
That
with a-
is
with a B,
insane.
with a B.
I mean, look at the branding of that film. Like Robert Downey is set for life.
Well, because like I've always been telling people, he signed a sweetheart deal. He was coming off.
Smart
I mean,
guy,
7
man.
points on 7 points on the film. He's this film alone. His great grandkids are set. That's how much money he's
Seriously.
making off.
But you
this.
know what's interesting though about Iron Man? Don't you feel like it's kind of one of those films that people don't get bored of? You know, sometimes sequels don't do well,
Yeah.
but I feel like 1, 2, and 3, they're okay. It's not bad.
I think there's an infatuation with Tony Stark.
Yeah. Oh, there's something very sexy about Tony Stark.
And I think it's if you're a guy or a girl, you like him. If you're a girl, he's sexy, he's hot. If you're a guy, you want to be
cool.
him. Yeah, he's cool. You want to be him.
Yeah.
You can't get enough of someone you want to be.
I think that's what's
And I
interesting
and
about
I
this
think
brand.
and I think that's what Tony Stark. I mean, I think every guy's guy wants to be Tony
Tony Stark.
Stark, and every girl wants to be with him.
Nah, that's true. Yeah,
You know,
that's,
so
that's for sure.
it's a win-win.
He's smooth.
It's a win-win.
Do you think there'll be an Iron Man 4?
There will be an Iron Man 4, and there'll probably be an Iron Man 5.
And a 6 and a 7 and an 8?
I don't know if I'll go with that. Well, I don't know. I mean, I would never predicted Fast and Furious would have went to 9, which we'll get to.
Right. Well, so I think what I find interesting on this list is that the top grossing films include Iron Man 3, Despicable Me 2 came in at 918 million.
Wow.
Not bad for an animated film.
And it was even poorly reviewed. I mean, people didn't like Despicable Me
I
2.
didn't. I saw that. I took my 4-year-old niece to see it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
and so I'm surprised it was
I
the
like
second
Despicable 1
most
first.
grossing film of the year for a film that people didn't really
yeah.
go.
And you had Fast
bananas
and
over.
Furious 6, right? At 778 million.
And
So
then
these are the top
Catching
3.
Fire was right behind there. Had
But-
Catching Fire been out earlier in the year,
Yes,
it could be number one or
that could
two.
be, yes, I
Mm-hmm.
agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But what's so interesting is that those are the top grossing films. But then you've got the critics from the Hollywood Reporter who had their own opinion,
Yes.
and they were picking films like Inside Llewyn
Inside Llewyn Davis and
Davis,
Her,
Her, you've got Gravity,
Gravity.
you've got
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska, you've got
Dallas Buyers
American
Club, American
Hustle.
Hustle. There
Um,
was a French film in there, a French New Wave film,
right.
Francis Ha, which I have yet to see, but that's interesting. But one thing I noticed that's not on this list, Fruitvale Station and 12 Years a Slave.
Yes, and 12 Years of Slave is an interesting choice to me because look at all the recognition it's getting during award season
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up and all the nominations and just, it's really gotten a lot of publicity. So I was
And
surprised.
it's got a lot of positive publicity.
Yes,
You don't
I
see
wonder
anybody.
why it didn't make the
This
Hollywood
guy's-
Reporter's critic list.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's an interesting omission. Even taking like there's two films on here that I've never heard of, Francis Ha and Short Term 12. To have those two taken over 12 Years a Slave without knowing the context of the two films, it's interesting. But hey, every critic's got their opinion.
Now, what about, I want to go back to the Keanu Reeves film.
47 Ronin.
Yes. Now, this film, they actually were expecting it to do very well, but it didn't do so well.
No, the film cost $175 million to make, so it's a tentpole. It qualifies as
It's
a
not like
tentpole
pocket
film.
change.
Oh, it's not pocket. It's a tentpole. It's a tentpole film. Film was delayed several times over when it came out. People thought this. At least the studio insiders thought this film would do well. It did well in Singapore and Malaysia, number one in those countries. But
Just in those countries.
just in those countries. Here in America, they'll be lucky if it crosses $10 million this first weekend.
And that's such a shame.
It's gonna make as much money over this weekend as The Wolf of Wall Street made in one night.
Wow.
To put that in context. And then when you have a $175 million budget and you're only getting $10 million first week, that doesn't bode too well.
No, that hurts. That
Yeah,
really hurts.
it's probably going to go down to $2 million in the second week and 5 digits after that. So this film will be lucky to make 30, 40 million total.
Wow. Well, and you've got The Secret Life of Walter
Walter
Mitty
Mitty,
with Ben Stiller.
which-
I saw that film.
I know you caught this from a couple weeks back. I was calling it The Secret Life of R.J. Mitty.
Yes. I sat there and I was like, who is R.J. Mitty? Why
Well,
does he
you
keep
do
saying
know
that?
you do know R.J. Mitty is, don't
Of course, from Breaking Bad.
you? Walter Jr. Yeah, and, I guess the show is still in my mind 4 months after it's
yeah,
done.
I guess so. It's just still stuck in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ben Stiller doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah, Ben Stiller, R.J.
But
Mitty.
I got to tell you, this is a fun film for the family. You could take the family to see it. It's got a great message about life and had a little bit of a Bollywood element
I was
to
about to
it.
ask you about that. What's so Bollywood about the film?
Well, it's like he goes through all these different little trials, about you traveling across the world and going through these different things. And that's what's just got the Bollywood moment, like these things that you wouldn't really see people doing just on the fly. So that's kind of the unrealistic part about it. But I guess it's the whole escapism part of it,
Yeah.
which is what the message kind of relays at the end of the film about living your
Right.
life and being content and, really going out there and exploring and not just being stuck in your little hole and just
Right.
going on with, your daily, a daily lifestyle. So, but I think that's what was the Bollywood moments for me were like the escapism, like the different places he visits and some of the things he
Yeah.
has to go through.
Yeah. Somewhat related. How many films did you? Well, you don't have to put a number on it, but I guess let me rephrase this question this way: what was your personal favorite film of the year? Of all the
This
films you
year?
watched, yeah. Any film stick in your mind? Like, I really like that film. Am I making you think?
Yeah, you're making me think.
Uh-oh.
I did like Iron Man 3.
Uh-huh.
I did like that one. Gravity was good. It wasn't too. I saw Thor too. I'm just thinking. I enjoyed The Great Gatsby,
Okay.
which isn't even on any of the lists, right?
Yeah, I think that film was quite the disappointment. But hey, I guess
You know what? I like The Great Gatsby because of the way it was shot.
And Amitabh Bachchan was in it.
Yes.
Oh, he had a small role.
Yes, it was
so,
great to see a big time Bollywood star in
in an
there.
American film.
But
yeah.
I think that I like the cinematography of it. That's what I
Okay.
enjoyed the most. How about
Okay.
you?
Well, I'll tell you the movie I was most disappointed with, and it actually hurts me to say this because I liked the first one. Machete Kills was
Oh.
my most
I
disappointing.
didn't even bother saying that.
Well, I remember when I watched the first one, and this film qualifies as it's so bad it's good. The first one, which came out, 3 or 4 years ago, I was laughing my little behind off. This time around, I didn't laugh a single bit.
No. Just
No.
didn't do it for you, huh?
It just didn't do it for me. So that was probably my bit. I mean, I know I asked favorite, but this one most biggest disappointment was Machete Kills. And they're coming with the third one, Machete Kills in Space.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so the
I
whole
don't know
third
how
one,
that's going to do.
the whole third film is going to be in space. Well, I mean, on a sound stage, but
Oh, that'd be
it's
interesting
like
to
it's like
see.
a bad gravity, you know. But I really liked Fast Six. My guilty action pleasure. I
did
guess.
like Fast Six.
Yeah, that's
forgot to
probably my
mention
most
that.
the film I was most entertained by was that by far. I was disappointed in Man of Steel.
Yes, I was too.
Yeah, Iron Man 3 was entertaining.
But it's like, what's interesting is that you asked this question, but see, nothing really stuck, right? Like you
Yeah.
said, like, oh, it was, wow, what a movie.
I mean, there were no Dark Knights this year.
Right.
Like in 2008, I would have told you Dark Knight, hands down.
Absolutely.
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 This film was like, all right, I'm entertained, but nothing like, wow,
It's
I
gonna
gotta.
stay out.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go out and buy any of these movies.
Well, that is our wrap up of the 2013 year in review for films. And when we come
We'll
back,
talk a little Indian film.
yeah, we've got some Bollywood news coming
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah. We'll probably do a dash of television here. We'll talk some fun stuff.
There's
yeah.
a big major couple that split in Bollywood.
Yeah.
It's been
That's all your gossip department.
making waves. Talk about some of the films that did well in Bollywood this year, and you'd be surprised because they're not the typical blockbusters that we expected that are among the list. And remember, you can always catch us on Twitter at TinselTown Talk, and we're also available on Facebook.
Be sure to like us.
That's right.
Thumbs up.
You're listening to Rasha and
BMO.
with TinselTown Talkies on Rant Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Peace.
I know there's something out there that's bothering you. You want to let people know about it. Just give us a call.
If what's bothering you is Mikey's accent, give us a call too.
That's right. I'll teach you how to speak Puerto Rican.
Do you know how to speak Puerto Rican?
Yo creo que sí.
Yo creo que no.
Again, 855-693-4897, Rand Radio Network.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.hrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
Hello, happy Thursday. Welcome to the day after Christmas. This is Pimo with Rasha.
That's right.
Tune into where?
Rant Radio Network.
Yes, and what show are we watching today?
TinselTown Talkies.
Triple T's. Yes. We're having a great day.
Yes.
The
It's
shades.
the day after Christmas.
I hope you're wearing shades if you're in LA, 'cause it's a beautiful day outside.
It's gorgeous.
It's a gorgeous day.
Just
Well,
loving this holiday season.
the sun is set already. It's of course evening time now, but still,
Yep.
as the guy said in the great '80s song, I wear my sunglasses at night. So I'm going to wear my sunglasses at night.
Okay, you do that.
And a lot of people in Bollywood wear the sunglasses at night. So
They
I
wear
guess-
them 24/7.
Yes. So that reminds me, Bollywood is our next segment.
Yes, it is. A lot happening in Bollywood. So one of the biggest things for all of you Hrithik Roshan fans, well, unfortunately, Hrithik and his wife Suzanne have called it quits. I believe it's after 17 years and 2 kids.
I'm sure a lot of Bollywood female fans aren't saying unfortunately.
No, I'm sure they're not. But I mean, the thing is, Suzanne was Hrithik's childhood sweetheart.
Yeah.
So this couple has been together for a very long time.
Yeah, it happens.
So it happens. It's
It
disappointing.
happens.
Well, I have to share with you though. A source of mine sent me a picture. Apparently, the Russian parents are in Vegas. Were seen in Vegas on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And Christmas Eve. So they're hanging out in Vegas. No word on Hrithik if he was there or not, but his mom and dad were celebrating Christmas there. So
They're
so they left him all by himself to grieve.
Ah, poor Hrithik.
Well, I know, but you can say that. I feel sad for him too. I mean, I'm sure something went down, but apparently the way other media reports from India are coming out or whatever is being said is that Hrithik Roshan is just, this is a huge heartbreak for him.
You know, I've lost all hope for couples in entertainment when I'll tell you why. Specifically,
Is it a facade?
No, it's when Danny DeVito and what was his wife's name?
Oh, the skinny.
The show when
Yes.
when they broke up, I'm like, if that couple can't stay together in Hollywood,
Who can?
Who can? You know, so when I heard that news, I'm like, you know what? Nah, all hope is
Well,
lost.
I just feel sad for the kids.
Well, the kids always suffer the most, and in any divorce, be it Hollywood, Bollywood, or just everyday life.
Yeah.
So yes, it's definitely a heartbreak, and they'll come out on top.
Yep. We'll wish them good luck. I mean,
Yeah.
what a sad way to end the year for him after doing so well with his film Krish.
Well,
3.
that's a great segue because Krish 3 was one of the top 3 grossing
Yes.
films in Bollywood of the year.
Doom 3, Krish 3,
and
Chennai Express
Yes.
1. They saved the Bollywood
They
box
say
office.
because all three of those films were classified as blockbusters.
Interesting.
Chennai Express was the most highest grossing film of the year. It made $19 million overseas. That's overseas.
Which is outside of India.
Yes. It made
33 million
$33 million
in India.
domestically. So about a $50 million plus film. Not bad for a very filmy Bollywood.
I didn't really
Bala-
care for that film.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what Chennai Express is, look it up. It stars one of Bollywood's biggest stars, Shah Rukh
Well,
Khan.
not one of the. It is the. He is
The
the
biggest.
star.
Well, to me, Amitabh Bachchan is the biggest star, but Shah Rukh Khan with Deepika Padukone, and it's about his journey into the South India. It's a comedy. It's fun. It wasn't that great to me. And speaking of not being that great, a lot of people are sending in mixed reviews about Doom 3.
Which was shot here in Chicago.
Yes, which was shot here in
shot
Chicago.
in the United States, Chicago. Yeah.
And it's really interesting because I actually saw the film
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, it's a blockbuster, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, it's an award-winning film, but you know, Amir Khan is fantastic, fabulous. I love this guy. His character is just fantastic. But you know, Doom 3's got a brand too, just like
Right.
when you talk about Fast and Furious and Iron Man, and it's like it has a certain following.
Now let me ask you: the first one had John Abraham, the second one had Hrithik Roshan, and the third one had Amir Khan. Which was the best villain? No, I'm not talking from an acting perspective. Which was the villain you believed the most? Was there a villain you're like, you know what, that guy was a villain? I would not want to cross paths with this guy.
Yeah, see, that's what's interesting because I'd have to say then it was John in the first one.
Yeah, I would agree
Of
with
the
you.
three,
I would agree with
because
you.
when you look at Doom 2 and you see Hrithik, he's too pretty, and at the end your heart is still with him that, oh, I hope, you know, nothing happens to him or he
Yeah.
doesn't get caught. There's
Yeah.
just still something there. And then in this movie too, when you look at the story, which I don't want to reveal for people who haven't seen it, but you understand why the hero is a villain, kind of, you know, like
Right.
what's motivating him to do this, and then you kind of start sympathizing with him, and it's like you don't want to see him get caught by the
Right.
police.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I would have to say, yeah, John Abraham was probably the most.
He played the best villain of the
Yes,
three. Yeah.
yes, because you seem to sympathize with Hrithik in Doom 2 and with Amir in
And
Doom 3.
Whereas you don't have the same sympathy for John Abraham.
No.
Yeah, which is
so-
which was exactly the question I was asking.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, so you know, to wrap up Doom 3, like I thought it was a fun, entertaining film. If families are going out to watch it, people, I don't know, I'm hearing people didn't really enjoy Abhishek Bachchan's acting, or people didn't enjoy Uday. Uday is just a comical touch that's put in here, like he
Yeah.
was in the other
Well,
ones.
on certain levels, those two guys were always kind of on, I guess, on thin ice with even the first two
Within
films.
the first two, okay.
You know, the first Doom was a success not because of Abhishek, or not because of Uday, but because of the uniqueness of the story. It was the first time they ever saw a racing film with motorcycles.
Which was, I thought, great.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Yeah, and the second one, it was just over the top, special effects. It was a big budget film, and you knew it.
Right.
So, you know, you never heard people praising Abhishek or praising Uday in the first two
No,
films.
no. It was just a film that came out. You had, you know, fun, sexy numbers.
Yeah,
Same
exactly.
thing in here, too. Katrina really has no part in this film.
Oh, really?
She's like the little item girl who's
Yeah.
got, you know, she's there for sex appeal.
Unlike Bipasha Basu, who had both sex appeal and a role in the film.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think Katrina's got more of a minor part in this
Yeah.
film.
Okay.
So, but Amir tops the cake. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's phenomenal. I think he is just, wow. He's wow. I'd love to see him in
But what's
Hollywood.
interesting is, we were talking about this during the break, even though these films are Bollywood, classic Bollywood films, we're seeing a bit of a shift in terms of the films
Yes.
that are getting great critical acclaim.
And I have to share that with you because I pulled up a list of the top Bollywood movies on IMDb.
Yeah, and these are top rated films.
And these are top rated. This is
Yeah.
not necessarily the blockbusters where you see the Shah Rukh Khans and the Ranbir Kapoors,
Yeah.
but interesting just to run the list. Bagh Milka Bagh, which had Farhan Akhtar,
Mm-hmm.
which is based on a true story about the flying Sikh, Singh, who was, scarred because of the Indian-Pakistan partition.
Mm-hmm.
You had Shahid with Rajkumar Yadav,
which is a human rights related
which
story.
is human rights. Lunchbox with
Yeah.
Irfan Khan,
Yeah.
which a lot of people are praising, and it's about the whole concept of the dabba or
Yeah.
the lunchbox
Yeah.
that revolves in a delivery.
And then my personal favorite, Ship of Theseus.
which I did not see.
It's a very
Again,
great
new
art house film.
actors, all new names.
All new
Aida
names,
El-Kashif,
but
Som Shah.
well directed, solid story. It's just a great art house film.
Okay,
Probably one of the greatest art house
so
films that ever
again,
did.
it seems like they're all
Yeah.
artistic, independent films.
Mm-hmm.
Madras Cafe, which received, I think, a lot of mixed reviews with
Right,
John
but
Abraham
it was
in
the most. It had the most star power of
Yes,
this bunch.
of these.
Yeah.
Just to wrap up, Special 26. I enjoyed that movie. It had Akshay Kumar in it. It was on a real life group
Mm-hmm. Right.
of con artists. Kai Poche, which
Guy
was
Poch got a lot of
cutting
acclaim.
edge.
Got acclaim in Hollywood.
Three friends growing up in India who, at the turn of the millennium, they set out to open this training academy
Yeah.
for the country's next cricket stars. I mean, India loves cricket.
Yes, they do.
And to bring that to a concept like
Yeah.
this with these three young guys, in there was a television star, Sushant Singh Rajput.
Mm-hmm.
Ranjana, I saw, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapping that up, you got Dhanush, who was known for that. What's that song? Kolaveri.
Yeah, yeah.
And Sonam Kapoor, Anil
Mm-hmm.
Kapoor's daughter. Again, it's not your typical Bollywood film,
Right.
but it was fun. So, and then wrapping it up with Lutera and D-Day.
yeah.
So really interesting to see the shift in trends.
And it's a good year for that shift to be happening because what did we do 2 weeks ago?
Well,
We were at City Hall.
we were at City Hall, and I think we may have a picture of this that we can show with Councilman Mitch Englander of the LA City Council, and we were there with the director of
the Good
Media
Road.
Submission of the Good Road. And his name is Gyan Korea.
Yeah.
And it was really great. I think, TinselTown Talkies we were able to coordinate this 100 years of celebration of Indian cinema.
Right.
And all year long, if you've been in tune to Bollywood, they've just been celebrating this throughout the world, actually. And so I think for us, it was great to be able to wrap up the year by having City Hall
This was
recognize.
this was the last council meeting of the year.
Yes, not only recognize the South Asian community, but this prolific industry
Yeah.
that is tying relationships with Los Angeles
Yeah.
and Hollywood.
Yeah, and there is a bridge between Hollywood and
Oh,
Bollywood,
there's so much
obviously.
work happening between
Yeah,
the two industries. So I have to, I think, probably end the show by saying, unfortunately, as you see up there on the right is the director, Gyan Korea of the Good
the
Road.
funky hair.
Good Road, yeah, with the
Yeah.
fun hair, right?
Yeah.
The Good Road did not qualify for the Oscar
For
Best Foreign Language film category. It was submitted from India, but it did not qualify. I mean, it didn't make the list,
Right, didn't make the short list.
the short list.
But such is life, I guess, with the
Yes.
Oscars. And this is our final show.
This
of
is
the
our
year.
final show. We've got about a minute and a half to wrap it up. Any
So-
resolutions?
Well, I think I told you before the show, I don't have any resolutions.
Okay.
I resolved a few years ago to not make
Well,
resolutions.
okay, and I think that's a great way. And to me too, I think resolutions are meant to be broken too.
Yes.
Nobody's perfect, but enjoy life. It's so short. We don't know if we're here tomorrow. So
Yes.
get out there, spend time with your family, your friends, yourself. Just have a good time.
Speaking of which, did you want to mention any of our sad losses in our minute left?
Yes, really quickly, we did lose some prolific people this year, including, of course, Paul Walker, who we've mentioned in a past show, Roger Ebert,
Peter O'Toole
one
just
of our
passed.
acclaimed film critics. I'm sorry, I missed the
Peter
name.
O'Toole just passed.
Peter O'Toole, that was so sad.
Yeah, we
Lawrence
lost James
Olivier.
Gandolfini.
Yes, from Sopranos.
Yeah, Corey Monteith from
from
Glee.
Glee.
We lost Dennis Farina. Your favorite author, Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy.
My
from
favorite author,
Netflix.
Elmo Leonard.
Yes.
We also lost just the most recent one, unfortunately, was Jeffrey Pollock, writer producer of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, also writer director of Above the Rim and director of Booty Call.
Yeah. Now, why'd you have to end the show on a sad note like that?
Well, no. We got to celebrate these lives. Not as sad.
You're right. We have to
are-
celebrate these people.
Celebrate
and all
people
the
who made great contributions to
they
cinema.
made to
And,
cinema.
Mr. Dolby, Ray Dolby, who
Ray Dolby.
created the Dolby sound system, right? We've
That
got
will
some-
live on for
these are
centuries.
people who have changed Hollywood and helped make our lives what it is in
Absolutely.
Hollywood.
And we
So,
just want to say thank you to all of our listeners out there.
Yes.
We wish all of you a fantastic 2014.
Yes.
We've got great things planned for our
We do.
show, and
We do.
we hope that you continue to listen to us. And remember, you can find us on Twitter at TinselTown Talk or on
like us on Facebook.
Facebook. That's
Yes.
right. And we're only exclusively available on Rant Radio
Radio
Network.
Network.
So thank you so much. Sending you guys all lots of love from Tinseltown Talkies with
Happy
Russia.
New and Pimo. Happy
New Year.
We'll see you in 2014.
That's
all right.
right.
January 2nd, our
Keep
next show.
rocking.
Yes. Bye.